Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a good one in store between the Salt Lake City Elks and the Brooklyn Beats. Kickoff is moments away, so let's get you out to our commentators. And standing by for the call are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Salt Lake City Elks and the Brooklyn Beats. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. A look there at the starters on the defensive side of the ball. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I was so proud of you in our meeting with the defensive coordinator because you asked the question that set him off. And all you said was, so what improvement do you need to see this week, Coach? And boy, he got fired up, didn't he? Takeaways. We need turnovers. You got to create them. Got so animated, jumped up in our meeting. It was fun to watch.
Somehow I always upset a coordinator in those meetings. Yeah. But they like you. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throw left side complete. That's Briggs. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Firing quickly here, and that's complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
70, Indy. No gain. Second and 10.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, it didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Hartley looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Young. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, Defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So first and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Second and 6. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Looking to throw. Hartley. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. From 6 yards away. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You see me? You see me? They can't stop me out here.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Two times. Hey, 4 down.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
On 3rd down, it's Hoover. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. And here now the offense heading back out there. I guess you could say they're kind of fortunate to be in the position that they're in, able to host as a division champ, because it's really one of the weakest divisions in the NFL.
And there's often the discussion every time, right? That 4th seed, should they actually be hosting? Because sometimes it turns out that division winner has a lesser record than wild card teams that get in, and some people think that'd be a more fair way of doing things. But I've got to tell you, I personally like it. The winning a division title, I don't care what the division, how it's ranked, it still means something to me, and I like the fact that they get the host.
I think that that's the reason you have the divisions. If you didn't just stack them all up and take the best 6 records, but there's a division for a reason, and the champion hosts the first round.
And the first rule of thumb in building a team, build a team to win your division. Beat those teams first, then you go from there.
No gain on the dump off. It's second down. To throw on second down. Hartley over the middle, complete. It's Briggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's taken down inside the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
On the ready. 52, 152. Not here. Right. He's done right. He's done right. Ready.
Throwing on first down. Hartley. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Briggs. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Break. 52's the mic.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Now the try here for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. So this drive spans 7 plays. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points. Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, Yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And it is now 21-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. They bring the 5 seed into the playoffs. Of course, they're one of the wild card teams. And when you're a wild card team, it makes it a little bit tougher. You have to win the extra game, but there's been a precedent set of teams doing that successfully in the past.
And it's usually teams that have aspects that really jump out at you and it really factors in the playoffs. I mean, Pittsburgh, they rode a heavy run game with Jerome Bettis when they won in 2005. And then don't forget the Giants in 2007. That season, pass rush. Remember how big that was for them during the playoffs. And for Green Bay, it was a quarterback play of Aaron Rodgers. So to me, it's a matter of what's going to affect the game in a big way. Can that aspect of your team really make those plays? A lot of times it's pass rush and quarterback play.
Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So here's the home side to take over on offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Here we go. Here we go. Let's go.
On 1st down, Hartley throwing the out route and complete. It's Young. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hartley. Throw left side complete. It's Briggs. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this 1st half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Going to give this time to the tailback. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And this one is right through. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
In trouble, and he's taken down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now this one complete on the slant route. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Off play action, Bass.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And on now is the punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken right on the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wild Card matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The second of our 2 games here on this Wild Card Saturday is at halftime. We'll get back to you two in just a second. But first, let's take a look ahead to Sunday's action in the NFC. A 3-6 battle that ought to be a good one, as it's going to be one heck of a battle, that's for sure. As for our game, it has been very one-sided in that first half. But you can't take anything for granted in playoff football. As we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
65.
They run the counter. Hoover. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. To throw on 2nd down. Bass, open man, Butler complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And he'll give it here to his running back. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. To throw on 3rd down. Bass. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Ready? 10 logo. Check 53. He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Kill. Let's go.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
91.
Looking to throw on second down. Hartley throwing middle, and it's complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the gun, Hartley, and that is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Go now. 60 or. 53
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Hartley. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Ready? 52's the mic. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Operating from the gun. Hartley. He's got it. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Extra point attempt to come here. And that'll increase their lead to 28. That time, a 9-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Bass looking middle, and it's incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
A first down there on a pickup of 25. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Hey, hold on. Here we go. Shit. Let it go.
To throw on 2nd down. Bass. That's complete to Butler. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Mike 52.
It's a gain of 4.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
70, Indy. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Hit it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
That's it, baby. Ready? 60 out long. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Get it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
So here are visitors to take over on offense.
Here we go. Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. 3.
On 1st and 10, Bass looking middle, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Looking to throw. Bass. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Bass. That's taken in by Stewart. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Bass. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw. Bass. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. 2nd and 10. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Bass. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Let's go.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Here we go, D. Here I go.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
They bring their punter out there now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. So here are visitors to take over on offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo
Exactly.
going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bass. Now a desperation throw deep, and the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.